Okay, guys, thanks for joining us here in the chart. It is the Market Beast. Tesla, what we're going to do on this video is just simply get straight to the point. We normally come on and start tooting our horns about how we were correct about a call. On this Tesla call, we were wrong. That's right. Let's go ahead and point out the elephant in the room. And what we're going to do on this video is go over 3 topics. Is Tesla in a good buy range, good practical entry level, as well as is or will Tesla still reach the lower levels that we explored? That'll be covered here on this video, guys. So let's get right into it. Welcome back, loyal family. If you're new here, we only explore price action. Thanks for sticking around under those subscribers. Let's go ahead and dive right into the charts here. Showing. So today's December the 30th, 2023, and the previous close of Tesla's $248.48, slightly negative 1.8% close for the day. Okay. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, guys, let's go ahead and, here we are. So we're going to go over the topics, and we did post a video. I'm not sure when was the last video post, but we were wrong, guys. We said Tesla could reach as low as $50. My end of the year price target was at least sub $100 for Tesla, and it is very obvious that that was incorrect, as tomorrow will be the last day of 2023. So just a little transparency for those of you who are new joining us and those who've been with us. I'm very transparent. I make good calls, and I do not make good calls all the time, guys. This was an inaccurate call. So let's get right to number one. Is Tesla looking strong? So as we know, Tesla is still in an overall uptrend. We're taking a look at the weekly candles. Tesla is very much in an overall uptrending market. The technical level, for my guys who are super technical, know that the level is $193. That's the level that kind of sets the tone for the trend, or the floor rather, for the buyers to protect to continue the overall trend. Okay, hopefully that was explained well. But if you're not as technical or interesting, is what we refer to it on the channel here, just keep this one level in mind. The red line, it's going to be $208. So basically what I do is I just kind of look at the, the ebbs and the flows, the ups, the downs, up, high, low, and just kind of determine the most practical levels for the market to stay above in order for the uptrending market, which is what we have here in this case, to continue the trajectory up. And that was the practical level that I was able to discover. Without getting into too many details, guys, we look for higher highs, higher lows. And this is just kind of that previous level of resistance after we had that kind of vicious move down. If you're looking at the screen, right, boom, all the way down to like $100. And then it went up, higher low, up, lower low than the previous low, right? And then broke the previous high. It's kind of interesting to kind of explain if you haven't followed us closely, but it's really simple. All right, and that is the level. So we answer the question, is Tesla looking strong? Yes, as long as it's within this range, right? As long as it's within the previous high and below the new high. In my speculative observation, it appears that it is just kind of winding up to continue the overall trend. Yes, sorry guys, if I know I said Tesla looks bearish, and it's still technically the trajectory according to the volume. As I understand price and volume together, it still appears that the technical level is lower levels, but I'm just going to be neutral right now because the buyers are in full control, because they're within this kind of holding pattern between $208 all the way up to $305. Okay, so let's just leave it there. Forget about being bearish. Don't try to make up things, guys. The charts are saying that the buyers have an opportunity to continue the overall trajectory, so respect the trend. The trend is up, okay? As long as it's above 208-ish dollars for now, okay? For anyone who's just kind of new and you want to know the level, okay? Should act as the floor if you're not, technical or interesting with it, all right? All right, so number 2, what is a practical entry? We just kind of briefly went over that. The practical entry level for your SIM account, of course, this is not financial advice, right? The $208 level. Maybe that will never happen again. I'm not sure. I'm not biased to either direction. I'm not in this market, nor up or down. But that would be an interesting level that I would pay attention to enter the market anticipating a move higher. Okay, so that would be the level for practical entry in your sim account. And number 3, will Tesla ever reach $50 as you said? Because you were wrong, Napoleon, right? I'm wrong a lot. Okay, get used to it. So the $50 level, guys, again, for my interesting guys who follow me, the $193 level, it doesn't appear that the buyers are going to back down. And let me just kind of show you a brief example as to why, and we'll just close things out. I just wanted to kind of come on and let everyone know I was wrong in a year. Didn't happen. So here's what I'm seeing as far as the buyers having strength and the health and wellness of the uptrend continuing in the market. Okay, so I'll give you 2 examples. I think on the last video post we did go over the buyers commitment candles. If you're not used or understand that, it's pretty straightforward. I just look for kind of like consistent green candles. Not only do I look for consistent green candles that move in an upwards trajectory, I look to see how many candles it took and how many candles it took following the same amount of candles, if that makes sense. If that sounds confusing, I'll just explain it really, really quickly here. So basically what I do is, if I can grab my little pad here, there it is. All right, so if this little box that I circled, you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 candles up. That's kind of representing buying interest, moving the markets up. So if there's 6 green candles up and the sellers want to show that they have an equivalent amount of strength, likely what you'll see following the 6 green candles is you'll see 6 green candles absorbing the entire length of the candles up, if that makes sense. So essentially you'll see like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 candles, and it'll be all the way down to $117. This is $117. If you're looking on the screen, let's kind of this area here. Hopefully that makes sense. So again, the reason I'm explaining this is because it appears that the buyers have a lot of control here, guys. You got 6 candles up, and then you kind of have some fading, right? The sellers are stalling to move the markets lower with an equivalent amount of strength to the downside, right? And then you see what happens? Boom, the market moves higher, right? So that's one example of how the sellers stall to move the markets down to show an equivalent amount of strength as the 6 candles move up, right? The sellers don't move the markets down in the same 6 candles. It's likely the market just moves higher, right? So let's just take a quick copy that and just move this one over here. So this is the reason why I'm saying that the market might not move lower, guys, because if you look at these buyer commitment candles here, and again, I know this may sound unusual to the new ears listening in, but if you look at these candles, and we'll close it out here, you'll see there's a little red candle here. So let's just call it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 candles up, right? So once you see those 5 buyer commitment candles come in, and then you start seeing the stalling, it's kind of like a bull flag, right? But I've focused more on the story. So when you're looking at price, you'll interpret it in the way that you're looking at, or like trying to understand a language. So the language in which is speaking now on the chart, 5 candles up, buyers commitment candles, buyer strength, whichever one you want to refer to it as. And then here we're in that kind of stalling phase, right? Which if the sellers don't, follow through and make a new low, then yeah, it's likely the market is going to move higher, guys. Unfortunately, for those who actually took what we said into consideration in your sim accounts, yes, right? Not financial advice. And unfortunately, you're down on your investment, as we thought the markets would be at least sub $100 by the end of this year. No, guys, I was wrong about that, okay? So that's what I wanted to stop and let everyone know. It appears that the buyer commitment candles as of recently here, if you're looking at the 5 candles up starting from May the 15th, 2023, all the way up to June the 12th, 2023, it appears that buyer commitment little structure there, yeah, it looks like they're preparing to move the markets higher, guys. And we're stopping in on a slightly negative day, of course. No bandwagon here and no bias here, guys. I would love the market to move lower and reach down to $50, what we said, but I'm not just going to tell you what I want you to hear, right? I'm just going to tell you what I'm seeing in the charts. All right. So that's how we're going to end things out. What's my price target on Tesla? I don't have a price target, guys. I'm not even sure where the market is in preparation to move. It appears that the market, as long as it's above 208, and we have this kind of the stalling here, yeah, the market is just prepping. The buyers are just prepping to move higher. Yeah, and it's likely going to go back to $300. Let's give it up to 3 to 6 months into 2024. All right. That's all I have for you, wonderful folks. Hopefully we summarize everything. If the market stays above 208, it's likely in preparation to reach 300 once again, inevitably, as long as these sellers do not make a new low. New low would be here at, $208, guys. So, yeah, let's let the markets play out. Give it up to 6 months and see how the sellers perform. But they are not, they're not showing the amount of strength that I need to see in order to get short this market. I'm not in this market, guys, nor long or short. All right, that's it. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. Hopefully you've learned something. Hopefully you guys, hopefully you can appreciate my transparency as I was wrong about Tesla. And that's what wrap it up, guys. So if you don't mind doing me a huge favor, the video's over. Before you go, by simply leaving an appropriate thumb, I'd appreciate it on the video if you enjoyed the content. And leave a comment so that the YouTube algorithm can promote the video on the channel. Thank you for your support. Put my chart back up here. Also, if you're new, we explored the alternative market if you're into that. So you can kind of join us here on this interesting journey. And we'll send that out to you momentarily. Welcome in. I'd like to take this opportunity to thank you all for your time. Remember to always have a strategy before you enter the financial markets or any market in that matter. Keep that positive energy flowing. We'll talk soon. And bye for now, guys and gals.